Well, hello everyone. What I want to do in this short video is take you through this class, Math 141, and give you a little idea of what's expected of you and how the class is going to be organised. So let me start with this one here. What you really want to do, almost the first thing you want to do, is go here, and you're going to enroll in WebAssign. Since this class is fully online, which means all homework is online, and all online tests are online, and midterms and all sorts of things are online, with the exception of the final, which will be on ground. You need access to all those things. And what you're going to do is that we have in Cengage a online portal for our class, Math 141. And if you click on that link to get enrolled and use this class key, Olympic 09648165, or you can buy a license code from the bookstore and go through this process down here and use the same class key. Now, you don't need to buy it right away. You get 1 week's grace in which you can see whether this class is going to work for you. But at the end of that 1 week, you need to pay for the license code. So you need to be aware of that. So next. If you have some issues with WebAssign, here's a WebAssign. We do, for instance, a lot of the officers are going to be through Zoom. You need to do that. And you can find out a little bit about me. Now, we also have class college resources, which is here. And what we have here are all the support that the college provides for you. So it's worth looking through that, see what works for you. I'll go here and give you an idea what is here. This is used a lot. Our class is basically the first class. It's to deal with functions in their graphs. And this piece of software called Desmos is very helpful for visualizing it. And here we have some week 1 videos. So if you click on these, you find I have made some videos for you for week 1. And then week 2, and as the weeks go by, you'll find there'll be more videos for week 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you'll watch a video like you were turning up to class. You'd watch this video and you'd get hopefully the information that you need to understand the concept. And then you could go and do your homework, which will be found in Cengage, in that class portal we talked about earlier. So let's look at the syllabus. Now for this class, our final is going to be on Thursday, and it's 12 to 2, and it will be taken in person, so you have to be here, and it'll be in Building 4, Room 302. If that does not work for you, 12 to 2 is your French exam, or whatever it might be, you contact me as soon as possible, and we will arrange a different time for you to come and to take your final. Now, you want to communicate with me? drobertson@olympic.edu is the best way to do it. There are some WebAssign features such as Ask Your Professor or Ask for an Extension, and they sometimes work and sometimes I lose that information. It disappears into the portal and I never hear it. So you may think I'm ignoring you. It just doesn't mean that. It means I just didn't know that you needed help. So it's much better if you just contact me through email. Now, my officers will be typically on Zoom, but from time to time, I will be in my office physically. That's in Building 8, Room 111. Oh, and by the way, there's Building 4, where that star is where your final exam will take place. But that's where I am, Room 111. And when I'm around, when I'm actually physically in, I will update this. I probably will, or I might do as an announcement, so that if you want to just physically come to my office, you can do that instead. Here will be the link for the office hours. So I'll put it here. It'll typically be 10 o'clock. Now, to take this class, you need to have the prerequisites. So in this case, it's probably going to be Math 99 or 99.9. You got a 2.5 or better. What do you need? Well, you need a reliable internet connection. You'll be able to do that hopefully from your computer at home. But you can also come into the college, and we have computer labs. And for instance, Building 8's got a really good set of computers. You also can go to the tutoring as computers, and you can log on to WebAssign and watch my videos and answer your homework questions there. You really do need a TI-84 calculator or equivalent, because we will be using the TI-84 in the class to show you things like graphing, table of values, such like. And here are a link to some resources. And there's a lot of things here that you can look at in your own time. You aren't required to buy a physical textbook, and the reason for that is that when you join the classes, Cengage portal for our class, you get, amongst other things, an ebook. So you can actually, you don't need to physically buy one unless you choose to. You also will find in the Cengage portal for our class that not only do you get the questions, but you get practice and other links. So you can click on that and practice until you're comfortable with that topic. And you get videos that you can watch. And here is the instructions if you're physically going to go to the college and buy a key there. Right, the important dates for us are midterm exam 1 on Monday, April the 29th, and midterm exam 2 and our final. And that project is also important. So how does the class get organized? Well, basically it's split into weeks. So week 1, we are going to do functions and the graphs of functions. And you'll watch the videos on them, and then you'll do the homework, which you'll find in WebAssign, and you'll do the online test 1, which you'll find in WebAssign. On the homework, you get 5 attempts before time is run out, and that's the end of it. And in the online test, you get 2 attempts before that's all you're allowed. And then week 2, and so on. You notice that it's midnight of the Sunday of that week. So midnight Sunday, week 1, midnight Sunday, week 2, there's the 3 topics. When you get to week 5, there's going to be a midterm exam. The midterm exam will be in 2 parts. Part 1 will be multiple choice. You will basically get a PDF that you will find in Cengage, not in Cengage, take that back. You will get a PDF that you will find in our Canvas class. And you will basically just write down A, the answer to question 1, C, the answer to question 2. And then the second part of that, so there'll be 2 pieces to your midterm. That will also be a PDF, only you'll be given questions and you'll be expected to write down the working for them. And then you will upload all of it into a place in Canvas, right, an assignment module where you load up your stuff. And you will see a video on how to do that closer to the time. So if I don't see working, then you won't get any points for the second section, the one that asks you to do. In the multiple choice, all I will see is the answer. I don't want to see the working, it's not necessary. And the same process for midterm exam 2. There will be a project. The project will consist of a lot of questions as well. In the project, you will be expected to do the working, and at least for the questions that aren't multiple choice, and upload it into Canvas again. And then you turn up for the final, assuming it's 12 to 2, let me double check. Yeah, so that's when our final is. So when you've done this class, you can read over the learning objectives. Let me come to academic honesty now. Don't cheat. Do not go online and find the answers to the Cengage questions. Don't go to cheat sites. Don't find clever ways to cheat. Just don't do it. You're going to find that if you did that, that you will fail the class. And you say, well, how will I be able to do that? How will you know I'll fail the class? Well, let me tell you why you're going to fail the class. Because when you do the midterms, you're going to have to show me the working. And the review project, I'm going to have to see them. And even if you've cheated with that, which I strongly suggest you don't, when you come to do the final, you won't be able to cheat because you'll be in front of me. And the only thing that you'll have is a pen and a calculator. And if you have basically, you didn't do the work, you just wrote down the answers and cheated in various ways, you will fail that final exam and you will fail the class. And if you can't show me correct working for the midterm exams, you probably already have failed. So don't. If you want to be successful in this class, you've got to learn the work. So 20% is your homework, 20% is online, 10% for review. Each midterm, there's 2 of them, is worth 10% your grade and 30% for your final. And here is how you figure out what your grade is. So to pass this class, you need 75%, 2.0. At the end of each week, I will send you out a report, a weekly report, week 1 report, week 2 report, so on, and it will give you an idea of how you're doing. So where can you get help? We do tutoring. Go to the tutoring centre. You've paid for it. It's free. Yeah. E-tutoring. We have that. You'll be able to find out a lot about that. Study partners can work for those of you who actually come to the college, probably more than the rest of you, but it is okay to have people like that. While I'm at that, let me tell you a little bit more details about cheating in case you actually go overboard on the other side and never ask for help. It is totally okay for you to get as much help as you need on all the homework, right? So go and watch videos, talk to people, go to tutoring, find out how to do it. Nothing wrong with that. In fact, I strongly suggest you do that. Find as many resources to get over the issue that's causing you trouble. And when you're doing online tests, it's totally okay to have your own notes, to look up questions that are similar to it, remind yourself how you did them. That's totally fine. Although it is a 3-hour time limit on it, so you can't spend too much time doing that, but you do, when you need to, you should do it. Obviously, see me. You can see me through our office hours, Zoom meetings. I can also provide you with free Scottish accent lessons. When I'm in the college, you can come and physically see me during my office hours as well. Or if none of those times work, contact me and we'll do it. On Canvas, which you're going to see now, which you've already seen, I guess, but we'll go into more details. You have a Canvas page with lots of resources on it, and WebAssign has lots. So here's my last advice to you. Keep to the class schedule. There's stuff that you need to watch and do homework for week 1, do it. Then be prepared for the online test, so prepare for it, study for it, it should be fine. When you have any problems, get help immediately, check with anybody you can, tutoring me, watch other videos, read PDFs that we have on the topics, do what you need to do. Organize and plan your time. I suggest that you get a daily calendar where you do something like Tuesday, I'm going to do that. I'm going to watch the video and then do the homework on section 3.1. And then on Thursday, I'm going to watch the video and do section 3.2. And then Friday, I'm going to watch the video and do the homework on section 3.3. On Saturday, I'm going to look over my stuff and get ready for the final. And on Sunday, the online test, I should say. And then on Sunday, I'm going to do the online test. and have a schedule like that for each week, and trying to stick to it. Because if you don't stick to the schedule, you'll find that you just drift. It's so easy in homework to do that. And you might say, well, I can always ask for an extension on the homework. Yes, you can. And I will give you as much extra time on the homework as you want. But you won't get any extensions on online tests. They have to be done by that midnight on Sunday. And you are allowed to drop 2 tests, but if you're always behind behind the curve, you're not going to be able to do well in those because you won't be prepared for it. So keep your schedule, keep to it. It's the best way to do it. And hopefully that is us. So sit back, take a deep breath, and say, I can do this. And you will have a pretty cool class. I think you'll enjoy it. It's got a lot of good stuff in it. And that is us for now. Bye.